welcome back. Alright, so this is a different kind of video. It's actually going to be more of a mini series because it's things I need to address. And I mean, you can kind of take it or you can leave it however you want. But it's time that, I just stop being quiet. So, with that being said, I am going to be discussing my medical problems within several videos. Now, I say several videos because there's stuff going on right now that cannot be discussed until it is all said and done. And I will get into that towards the end of this mini-series. But there are things that I can discuss right now, and that includes what led up to this, what made me decide to finally do this, and show you guys pretty much that I'm not kidding around when I've said in previous videos that, I'm sick. I'm not this healthy person. Just because I appear healthy, it's not all it's cracked up to be, basically. So, with that, I'm going to keep the videos as short as I can. However, this is more in-depth than I've ever gotten before. I'm usually a very private person when it comes to my medical problems because I don't want people to feel sorry for me. But at this point in time, I am very sick and tired of people throwing stones at me continuously. This has been going on literally all my life. Like, that's not even joking. All my life. I've been shoved in corners and had stones thrown at me just left and right. And it's to the point now that this has gotten so out of hand because people think that they know everything about me, and they think that I'm lying, that I'm done. So I figured I'm gonna do the mini series on my channel. Not everyone likes to read, right? But I'm also in the works of actually making my own pretty much self-published book that goes into even further depth of my last 33 years. And that's simply because I'm tired. I'm very, very, very tired of being called a liar and, oh, you're not sick because I don't look sick, so I can't possibly be sick. It's just, if you've ever lived with that, I think that you would understand where I'm coming from with this and why I have so much frustration from it. I've said it before in my videos, I have a laundry list of medical problems. It's not just severe asthma, and it's not just chronic pain, which is like a huge ball of jumbled up mess, okay? A lot of my medical problems are completely invisible. And because they're invisible and I don't wear it on my sleeve, I have had cops within the last year flat out call me a liar to my face. Flat out tell me, oh no, you're just a drug addict. Oh no, you're just a prescription pill popper. Oh no, you're just this, you're just that. And I can't anymore because of the extent that they have pushed me with this. So, I don't know how many videos this is going to end up being. Just kind of bear with me. But I will kind of go one by one and just, we'll see where this takes us. Now, my usual little microphone that I wear right here, my cat ate. So I have to get a new one. But I have a brand new microphone that will be coming. That's like a big old fancy setup. As I'm producing these videos, so if you notice a change in the sound, that is why. Right now I'm using this little microphone right here. It's the best one I have because this one broke. So kind of bear with me with that. The microphone that I should be getting should be here hopefully by mid-month, maybe at the end of the month. So anyways, enough of that. First things first, I was hospitalized, as you guys all know, twice in the last month. And when I got hospitalized, this is one of the papers that I was sent home with. I'm going to show you guys what I was sent home with, and you guys can pause this and see for yourself. I mean, I literally, right here, where it's highlighted, that literally says I have COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. And below that, where it's highlighted, it says I have chronic respiratory failure. This is no joke. I was diagnosed with COPD in my 20s. I had smoked here and there in my late teens, early 20s. But it was for a very short period of time. And that is not the cause of my COPD. My COPD, doctors have found, has stemmed from pretty much my asthma. Because I have gone down and been on my deathbed so many times that it just has destroyed me. If you remember in my previous videos when I was in the hospital, I mentioned how my lungs do not work at 100%. They will never work at 100% ever again. And a lot of times when I go down, you know, I always blame it on my asthma, but sometimes it's just my asthma, sometimes it's just the COPD, sorry, and sometimes it's both. Usually when I'm in the state where it tries to kill me, which happens usually once or twice a year, it's when both my asthma and my COPD try to literally kill me. Literally. You know, I wish I could sit here and joke and say, you know, it doesn't happen that way. But I've been on my deathbed more than I can count. And I've had my memory wiped clean. I've had to literally learn things all over again because I've had grand mal seizures caused by this that have wiped me. I mean, this goes so far than people even care to realize. You know, everyone has a crystal ball and they all know, you know, everyone seems to always know what everyone else is going through, right? Well, yeah, they don't. And something that I'm currently going through right now is just that. You know, it's like this person has this crystal ball and they can apparently look into this crystal ball and be like, oh, yeah, she's lying. She's only 33. She doesn't have COPD. She's just lazy. You know how many times I've heard that? Do you know how many times I've freaking heard that? It makes me so mad because you fight for your life every year to have somebody of authority tell you that you're a liar to your face and then turn around and tell your mother, oh yeah, she's just lazy, she's a liar. Yeah. It doesn't sit well with me, and I've had it. I have had it. So, yes, I do have COPD. Yes, I do have chronic respiratory failure. Whenever I go down and I do have attacks that leave me in the hospital and I am hospitalized, it's always my heart and it's always my respiratory system. Always. I'm going to show you now something that I don't think a lot of people seem to realize with me. And this will be the end of this after I show you guys this part of it. In the next video, I will show you guys more in depth of my medical problems as well as medications that I'm on. Because I'm on a lot of medications. And it's like, you know, people hear that you're on medications and then they see what you take and then they see that you take one particular thing and you're automatically an addict or something, when that's not even the case at all. So for me, frustrating again. So the next thing I'm going to show you guys, which will also be the last thing, this is two pages. This is my medical history. As I said, this is 2 pages long. And again, you can pause this if you would like. So this is my diagnoses. Every single one. And part 2. Come on, camera. And part 2. And this is stuff that I deal with every day of my life. Camera, hello. Every single day of my life. I don't kid when I say I have a lot of medical problems. I have a laundry list of medical problems. I mean, even my medication list, like, I'm not going to show you this until next video, but this is my medication list. This is 3 pages worth of medication, okay? I mean, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. But even this on here, like, you can pretty much take what's on here and be like, okay, so her pain resonates from what? Scoliosis, yes. Fatigue. Depression, actually, it gets into your joints. On top of that, there's osteoporosis, there's osteoarthritis, there's rheumatoid arthritis. I mean, like, seriously, this is stuff, literally, I'm reading off the list, I've been diagnosed with at various points in my life. And nobody wants to believe me. Nobody wants to believe me. Unless it's people that I've either grown up with that know me and know that I'm not a liar, or it's family. And, you know, you try to tell somebody, oh yeah, I've been in cardiac arrest, or I have an enlarged heart, or let's see, what else is on here? I have heart disease. Yup. You know, I have asthma, but I just don't have any asthma. I have one of the worst severe types of asthma that triggers at any minute, that I can be fine 1 minute and go down the next, and they literally have less than minutes to get here before I literally die. Literally die. Because it's not just asthma, remember, I have to fight the COPD on top of it. And what does COPD do? It tries to kill you. There's different stages of COPD, right? Well, the last time I checked, I was in stage 3. There's 4 stages of COPD. Do the research. Do it. You know, it's no joke. But nobody wants to believe me. Nobody wants to believe me because I am not textbook. I am young. And this can't be possible, right? This cannot be possible for somebody my age. But here it is. Here it is. I question doing this series because it's so personal, and I didn't want to bore people, but I'm also really, really sick and tired of people walking all over people that have invisible diseases. I'm just done with it. I'm so sick and tired of it. You know, it's not just me. There's so many people out there that get the same treatment that I get because my medical problems don't always wear on my sleeve, and I don't look sick. So I'm a liar. And their crystal ball, you know, they must be wizards and witches. You know, they must have gotten that letter from Hogwarts that I didn't receive, because they seem to know me better than me. But yet they don't know nothing at all. It's hard to not be angry at society for treating me so bad, for treating others so bad. You know I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the only one that has these invisible diseases. May not be the same as mine, but I can guarantee you somebody will watch this and will relate. They will relate because they've been there, maybe not with the same diseases, but they have been there. And they know what it's like to have society throw stones at you constantly and tell you that you're a liar and you don't look sick, so, you know, their crystal ball says otherwise. People really need to take a step back and listen to others. They really do, because people are so quick to assume things about other people that they don't ever get the full story. And they don't want to hear it, because what they have, you know, all worked up in their own little heads is what they want to believe. That is what they want to hear. They don't want to hear your truth. They don't want to see that the heartache of it all, the hardships. They don't want to. They don't care. Is what it comes down to. Is a lot of people just don't care, because it's easier for them to assume you're just a bad person, or you're a bad mother, or you're a bad girlfriend or wife, or this or that. It's easier to just assume. You know, and even mental illness, depression, you know, anxiety, things I suffer with too. And a lot of it stems from the way I've been treated my whole life. You know, and people look at me that I am very cold-hearted and I'm mean, and I'm weird because I don't really get along with society that well. I enjoy talking to people. I do. And I will be nice to anybody. Anybody that's nice to me, I will be nice right back to you. Because I am not what people make me out to be. And I love my children. And they love me. Whether people want to see that or not. I am not the perfect mother. But I know my children. And every single day we tell each other that we love each other. Every day. Multiple times a day. So I really don't care what people think as far as how they see me as a mother. And that's fine. That's fine. But I know how I am as a mom. And if people want to assume things about me, then I hope that this is their wake-up call, that I was never lying in the first place. Because after this miniseries is over, you're going to have the full whirlwind of my last 33 years. And for those of you who know me or think that they know me and didn't know half of this stuff about me, well, here you go. I never claimed to be a perfect mom, but you can't tell me I never loved my children. My children are my everything. But there are also times when I fall so ill that I can't walk, that I can hardly move, or that things get so bad I do end up in the hospital. And I do end up almost dead. Or I do end up dead and they have to revive me. Or intubate me. You know, been there, done that more than once. You know, I've had to educate my children about medications, prescription medications, constantly to make sure that they know. And my children are smart, and they know. And they know mommy's medications. You know, and they know what happens to mommy if things go south. And they know they have very little time to get paramedics here if things go south with me. Because I've educated them. And I've made sure of it. Right down to my 5-year-old, who is also a severe asthmatic. So he knows it personally with at least one of these things. I'm going to go ahead and leave this video here because it's almost 20 minutes long. Like I said, in the next video, I will go a little more in depth with a lot of this. And then I'll save the end of this after everything is kind of said and done in the areas in which I can't talk right now. But I hope you guys will stick with me through this, because having to really come out and talk about all of this is really hard for me, because like I said, I'm a very private person. I really just like to stick with my family And I don't want people to feel sorry for me. You know, I may be sick, but I'm not broken to the point where I'm just this fragile thing. I refuse to be that. So I hope you guys will stick with the series. I know it's not my normal content. I will have normal content periodically throughout this, so you guys will see still more beauty stuff and product reviews and vlogs and things like that. So I'm not just going to throw all this at you because it is a lot. But there will be several more videos after this because, like, I got a lot to really go over with you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I love you guys very much. I hope you guys will stick with me through this. And I hope you guys will get to know me a little bit better after this is said and done. All right, guys. I love you. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.